Welcome back to our course. We will have an example that combines variables, conditions, and string methods. Let's have the example to be a student report card. Let's think of performing it in several steps. First, we get the student's details, the data of the student. Second, we get the subject scores. Third, we calculate the average. Fourth, we determine the grade. And at last, we display the report. So let's have our first step here, the data of the student. We have three data: the name, the age, and the enrollment. For the name, we enter student's name and let the user enter whatever name he is. And we will use the string methods for the name, dot strip, which strips all empty spaces preceding and preceding the name, dot title, which capitalizes the first letter in each word of the name. And therefore, we can use more than one string method to achieve the name in the sense we need. The age, we enter student's age, and of course, student age here will be recognized by the program as a string. So let's cast it into an integer. Enroll input equals input. Is this student enrolled? Yes or no? And if we enter yes or no, the program will recognize it as a string. So let's cast it as a Boolean. Let's have another variable for a change. Is enrolled. Equals the variable we have, but recognized as a string by the program. Dot lower. Have our brackets and equivalent to say yes. Whatever you input here. Is rolled now is casted as a Boolean. Let's think of the other step here. Get the subject scores. So we simply write math score equals input, and you write here between quotations, enter math score. And let's have a guide out of 100. Have a neat input here, have our colon and a space here, and let's cast this into a float. So we write float. Of course, we can cast it in a separate line, but no need for this. Let's have another input for the science score. Let's convert this math into science. And of course, we convert it here for the user. We write also science. Let's have the same for, say, English score. Instead of this math, have English. And let's have it for the user here to put the English score. Let's have our next step here to calculate the average. So we have a variable called total equals the math score plus the science score plus the English score. And the average, another variable equal to total divided by the number of subjects, which is 3. Then let's have a round for this average. Let's say average equals the round average, and let's round it to 2 decimal places or 2 floats. This is a numeric method which was studied before. Let's determine the grade now. So let's have our if average is greater than or equal to 90, have our colon, then the variable grade will be equal to capital A. Let's have this block repeated with an elif. So we have our elif average greater than or equal to 80, and let's have here our colon, then the grade is capital B. Let's repeat this for several times. So we have here our elif, and the grade here is greater than or equal to 70. Now it is a C. Repeating this for our D. We have another elif here, and now it is greater than or equal to 60, and the grade is capital D. Otherwise, it is a failure. So we have our else, and grade equals F, a capital F here. Now let's go to the other step, display report. So let's have a cute print with just print. Between quotations here, /n, a specifier to have an empty line and start printing on a new line, plus the equal sign repeated 30 times. At last, or on the second line, we simply print student report card. Print, between quotations, some spaces here, card, and some other spaces. And let's print the equal again 30 times. So print, without leaving a line this time, the equal sign multiplied by 30. We will see this cute output on running the program. Then let's print the name of the student. So we have between quotations name, and let's have several spaces here, colon, and let's have our variable here, name. Let's have the same thing with age. So we have here age, and add some spaces here to have a neat output, and we print here simply age. And the last data is the enrollment. So we still print between quotations enrolled, and have our spaces here, colon, comma, and let's have our short condition here, the Boolean will be yes. This is code 1. If this condition is fulfilled, so we simply write if is enrolled, else our Boolean will be no. After completing printing the data, let's start printing the scores. So let's have print between quotations. Tell the program to leave a line /n and print the word scores. Let's start printing the score of the first subject. So we simply have here print using the F string between quotations, math score, and have our placeholder here to have the variable math score, colon to use a specifier greater than, say, 5. This means align the output 5 spaces to the right. Here is our math score here. Okay, let's have the same print repeated for other subjects. So we have here the science score, and here science score, of course, and let's have it printed for the English score. And let's have the variable here to be English score. Let's first adjust those colons here to have a neat print. After printing the scores, we will need to print on a new line after leaving a line the average. So we simply print between quotations here /n to leave a line after the previous scores and before the average. And let's print the word average. Let's have our comma and the variable average, which Python recognizes. The same thing with the grade. So we print between quotations grade equals, have a space, and after the quotation we print the variable grade. And let's have our cute final print using this equal 30 times. So we have between quotations our equal, after the quotation multiply by 30, and let's see what happens. Have our run here. The student's name, say it's Alice. Age equals 20. Enrollment, yes or no, it makes no difference in our run. The math score, say 80. English 87. Sorry, the science 87. And the English, say 78. Here is our print. After having all the input done, the output starts. We have here our equals 30 times, and the name is Alice, age is 20, and the enrollment no, exactly as we requested the print here. Afterwards, we have a separate line here, or an empty line, which is fulfilled by /n, and scores is written. The alignment here is 5 spaces, exactly as we requested here. And the 3 grades are printed. Another empty line using this /n here, and we start printing the average calculated by the program and the grade from the if block. And we have our end here. This concludes with our general example on all previous studies.